Dune, a teenager rides a giant worm and accidentally becomes Space Jesus. Dune Messiah. Turns out saving the universe comes with terrible customer reviews. Children of Dune, family therapy would have been much cheaper than another holy war. Foundation. A mathematician invents statistics so powerful, they basically become magic. Foundation and Empire. Everything goes according to plan until one guy refuses to follow the spreadsheet. I, Robot. Robots spend an entire book proving humans forgot to read the terms and conditions. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Earth gets deleted because of a paperwork issue. The War of the Worlds. Aliens invade Earth and immediately lose to germs. The Time Machine. A scientist travels to the future just to discover humanity somehow got weirder. The Invisible Man. A genius invents invisibility and immediately becomes a menace. Frankenstein. A scientist creates life, panics, and leaves the parenting to fate. The Martian. One astronaut survives on Mars through sarcasm and potatoes. Project Hail Mary. Saving Earth turns out to be easier with one extremely wholesome alien. The Three-Body Problem. Humanity learns the universe has terrible neighbors. The Dark Forest. The safest way to survive in space is pretending you don't exist. Death's End. Every solution somehow creates an even bigger cosmic problem. Ender's Game. A child becomes the greatest military commander because adults gave up. Speaker for the Dead. Turns out understanding aliens is harder than defeating. Hyperion. 7 strangers take turns trauma dumping in space. The Fall of Hyperion. Everyone's stories somehow become even more complicated. Neuromancer. A hacker discovers cyberpunk is mostly bad decisions with neon lights. Snow Crash. The internet becomes real life, and somehow that's even more chaotic. Ready Player One. A guy wins the world's biggest video game because he has no social life. Do androids dream of electric sheep? A detective spends the whole book wondering what actually counts as human. Brave New World. Society achieves world peace by making sure nobody thinks too hard. 1984. The government solves every problem by creating 3 new ones. Fahrenheit 451. Books become illegal because people would rather watch TV. The Left Hand of Darkness. An ambassador discovers gender is much more complicated than his paperwork. The Dispossessed. 2 planets spend centuries arguing over politics. Childhood's End. Aliens save humanity, which unfortunately means humanity is finished. Rendezvous with Rama. Humans find a giant alien spaceship and spend the whole book saying, weird. Ringworld. Someone decides one planet isn't enough and builds a ridiculously oversized one. Old Man's War. Retirement suddenly comes with laser guns. Red Rising. Space Rome discovers revolutions are bad for business. Leviathan Wakes. Detectives and astronauts discover zombies work just as well in space. The Forever War. Interstellar travel turns one deployment into several life. The moon is a harsh mistress. The moon gets tired of paying taxes. A fire upon the deep. Even the laws of physics have different speed setting. Blindsight. Humanity meets alien and realizes intelligence doesn't automatically come with common sense. The Book of the New Sun. You're expected to understand what's happening eventually. Maybe. Altered Carbon. Death becomes an inconvenience for people who can afford the upgrade. The Star's My Destination. Revenge becomes much easier when teleportation exists. Contact. We finally hear from aliens, and suddenly everyone becomes a philosopher. The Andromeda Strain. Scientists discover alien bacteria have terrible manners. Jurassic Park. Billionaires prove that because we can is not a business plan. The Road. The apocalypse somehow makes grocery shopping even harder. Solaris. Scientists meet an alien ocean that understands them better than they understand themselves.